Hello and welcome to Blackman's Bay Studio and the latest edition of our Room 101 series.
Episode 2.
Episode 2, yes.
Yes, episode 2. We've made this one a little bit shorter because there was some criticism that you waffled on way too much the last time, Mick. You just got right into it a little bit,
Yeah, I did.
I know you're very passionate about these things, but over 40 minutes for an episode was a bit long. So we're only going to do a cut down version and, we might make more of them though.
Yes, that's the thing, yeah.
Okay. Look, we're not going to go through the show again. If you haven't watched, if you don't know what the show's about, go back and look at episode 1.
Yeah.
And see how you go on with that. So, Mick, I think we should get straight into it, don't you?
Yeah.
So let's find out what is winding me old mate Mick up this week.
Yes, awesome. Now, I've got 2 regrets in life. Firstly, I never learned to play a musical instrument. And secondly, I never learned another language. I'd have loved to have spoken to a Frenchman or a Spaniard in their own language.
Well, I do a bit, yeah.
But I won't lose any sleep over it because I do firmly believe that English is the greatest language on the planet. I mean, what other language is so good at adapting itself to over the generations, is fantastic for poetry, song lyrics, and, let's be fair, telling a joke, Keith.
That's right.
What other? If there's a language out there better than English for those, I don't know what it is.
And Southern English, of course.
Southern English, yeah, of course, yeah.
Right.
So you get some words that are used by generations, and it's their way of speaking, and I think that's a good thing. But there's some words that cross the generation gap, and I think awesome is one of them because it's constantly being used out of context. Now, I've looked up the meaning of the word awesome in Oxford English, of course, Keith.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It says here, awesome. Extremely impressive or daunting. Inspiring awe. And for me, that is the key. Inspiring awe.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. I had to go down to the company offices of the superannuation fund that I belong to, and I had to make some changes, which meant filling in a form. And the young girl said, I'll fill the form in for you because there's loads of boxes to tick. I know which boxes to tick and it'll be much better for you. So, okay, fair enough. So she said, right, first of all, what's your full name? So I said, Michael John Dennis, and she went, Michael John Dennis, awesome. She said, right, okay. Then she said, what's your date of birth? I said, 8750. So she went, 8750, awesome. It was at this stage where I could have leapt over the table, got hold of her and shaken her and said, it's not fucking awesome, it's a date of birth. But I didn't because I'm far too polite for that. So
I mean, yeah, I know
that,
where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from.
After that, I was talking to a colleague at work named Craig, who is in his mid-50s, highly educated, very articulate, got a fantastic grasp on the English language, and we were discussing something and he ended the sentence with the word awesome. So I said, have you ever heard of Room 101? And he said no. So I explained the concept to him, and I think it's fair to say that he won't be using the word awesome in that context for a long while. Squared him right up.
There are some things that are awesome, Mick.
Yes.
Now
I know that's what you're going to be asking. So, what do I think's awesome? Well, I particularly love astronomy. I love looking at the universe, and the photographs that come out of the Hubble Space Telescope are fantastic.
Yeah.
And I've picked a couple out here. The first one is the Eagle Nebula, and this picture is called the Pillars of Creation, 7,000 light years away, and each of them plumes, its width is greater than our solar system. Now, to me, that is awe-inspiring. That photograph is one of the most fantastic photographs I've seen.
I'd even go so far as to say they was awesome, Mick.
Yeah. So, and here is a picture of Saturn, which after the good Earth has got to be the most beautiful planet in the solar system. It's just an example of things. So, what about down to Earth? Well, I find most things in nature are awe-inspiring. On a personal level, I think as a 16-year-old watching the World Cup final and seeing Bobby Moore lift that trophy. I mean, what better man to lift that trophy?
Well, there you are, you know.
You just want to get out and kick a ball around when you see something like that. And Keith and I have both been very lucky to see who I still think is the greatest player I've ever seen in the flesh. That was George Best.
Yep.
No other player could drift past his opponents the way George Best. I've never seen anyone else do it. And
trust me, people, especially younger generation, George Best was awesome.
Yeah. All right. And remember, this is the team that had Law, Best and Charlton in. So we're privileged to have watched that team. You had what we think is the greatest player. You had the greatest man in a box raiding goals. And remember, this is the days of Jimmy Greaves. And also the most graceful and elegant player I've ever seen, Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
So this is the sort of thing I feel. I think that the word is abused by all generations, not just young people.
Yeah.
So Keith,
would you like a cup of coffee? Oh, awesome! Fuck off, eh?
Yes. So that's my reason, Keith. I hope you. It looks like this is looking fairly encouraging.
It's looking encouraging because who am I? But I do have to agree with you.
Good.
And since you mentioned it, we've mentioned it for a long while now. But it picks up now. As soon as I hear it, I go, here we go again. So Mick, what am I going to have to say? Eh? I think I can only make one decision, and the word awesome, mate, is going to have to go into room 101.
Yeah, tinge with sadness, but thanks, Keith.
That's all right. Yeah. There it goes.
Right, so that's the first one out of the way. I'm very pleased with that. So let's find out what's been getting up Keith's nose lately.
We've got it down there as VVS and CCTV. VVS, anybody know what VVS is? Well, let me tell you, it is vertical video syndrome. These prats that go round taking videos with their mobile phones stuck up that way, up in the air like that. You can't see what is going on, can you?
Not really, no.
I mean, I've got a little clip here. Just have a butcher's at this. Just have a butcher's at this. Look. So these are the sorts of shots I mean, Mick.
Yeah.
You can't see what's going on. What in their right mind makes a video like that?
Oh, no.
Yeah. When I see these birds ranting and raving on the tube, I want to see what's occurring all around them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just that. And they're usually stuck behind somebody's arse and they're giving it like that.
Yeah.
You can't see bugger all, can you?
No, you can't. No.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Every time you see something on the news or, somebody's caught a bit of footage, stuff like that, some prat has filmed it that way up. We don't look that way up. We actually look like that, don't we? We look in landscape, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
That's why your TVs are in landscape. That's why your cinemas are all in landscape. We're filming in landscape, I mean, it'd be a pretty piss week if we were stuck up like that, wouldn't it? Might have to sit on top of one another to get us all in, eh? And that really pisses me off, right? And then the other thing they do, especially when you see it on the news, they do some blurred effect on the outside. So instead of having just the video, somehow, I don't know how they do it, they sort of bleed all fuzzy edges into the outside, and I look at it and it's going like that, I mean, people, especially youngsters, I'm reckon it's more youngsters than anything, put the bleeding phones up the right fucking way, will ya? Hey? Because it's getting, I've got to a point where I don't think I'm going to watch them anymore, Mick.
Oh, right,
You know?
okay. Yeah.
You know, I look at them and I think, as soon as it goes that way, I've finished. You know, I'm just waiting for someone, just one person, to use a phone, the right way round, and they're not doing it. You know, I mean, is it me because I'm getting old? I don't know. So that's the first thing. Secondly, CCTV pictures, particularly your snapshot. You know, I was watching something on Facebook the other day, and Tasmania Police had this CCTV picture. Do you know this man? Right? Do I know the man? It was so boxy blurred, I wouldn't know him if he was sitting next to me in a bloody McDonald's. I mean, how? Okay. High-def CCTV cameras are as cheap as chips, aren't they?
Yeah.
You can go and get a high-def camera now for about $20. You know, you get a high-def webcam, a super high-def webcam, something like about $12 you can get them for. $12. Dash cams. You can get dash cams are pretty cheap. And yet every time you see these photos and they're doing a CCTV thing which is on the telly, it always looks like shit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I reckon the people who have got those CCTVs like that are the same people who film UFOs, Mick.
Yeah.
Huh? Mate? You know? Because every time some bastard films a UFO, totally out of focus, or snaps a UFO, and I reckon they're using exactly the same gear. And I think, hang on a minute, you know, because I watch the old Dashcam Australia website where they have where have all the incidences. I always call it fucking idiot, you know, that website, because that's what happens. You know, if somebody's driving down the road, you fucking idiot, you know.
The one-way street, you fucking idiot! Oh, for fuck's sake.
About that. And it's actually quite funny to watch. But the clarity and the clearness of the pictures is absolutely fantastic. You can pinpoint anything out. Then you get on, and this stuff here is which you would have thought important. CCTV in a bank,
Yeah.
you know, or a bus or something like that, or even, you know, in a shopping mall or somewhere like that where it's really important to get. And it's shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it, mate?
Actually, Keith, I'm going to make that judgment in a minute.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so that's my case. You know, and I think that they certainly, those who certainly got to go into. I know I've had a little double dip, but it's all related.
Yeah. Yes, very passionately presented, Keith. I have to say that. I thought about this, and initially with the camera, I've got to agree straight up. I mean, people just do it for ease. They just go like that instead of sort of like that. But it's not as though they've got time nowadays with these modern cameras to set it up and do it properly. So, you know, I'm very much inclined to agree with you there. On the CCTVs, I think the problem we have with that, now I've got a dash cam camera in my car, and the clarity is unbelievable. And I've got what I would call a middle of the road costed camera. It's like everything else in life, it's how much you want to pay. And most of these businesses who get robbed, they're such tight asses. They get the cheapest shit on the market, and they never ever change it, never ever update it. So the police come in and look, and they have to deal with all this blurred up crap. So businesses deserve what they get in many cases. You know, if they're such tightwads, they can't be bothered to update an important security device.
No argument for me, Mick. No argument for
Keith,
me.
On that basis, I've got no option, but it's got to go in. So well done, Keith.
Well, thanks very much, mate.
Yes.
So that's episode 2 out of the way.
Yes, it is. Hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you've agreed with us. But let us know if you disagree.
So yes, we will be making some more, no doubt, because we've got just the odd couple of things that
Yeah,
get
we've
up
got a
our
few
nose,
gripes. Yeah, we
You know,
haven't
we
we?
do, yeah. As you probably, you know, you might have picked up on the theme, might they?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll see you in the next episode.
Yes, thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.
This has been a Blackman's Bay studio production.